I'm looking at his Instagram again. I told myself I wouldn't do this today, but here I am. Same pose, same lighting, same confidence I don't have. He posted an hour ago and already has 300 likes. I posted yesterday and got 27. I counted twice. This is pathetic. I know it's pathetic, but I can't stop. It started small, just curiosity. We grew up in the same town, went to the same school, had the same opportunities, but somewhere along the way our lives split. He went left, I went wherever this is. And now I check his profile like it's my job. Every morning with coffee, every night before bed, sometimes during lunch when no one's looking. I tell myself I'm just keeping up with an old friend. That's a lie. I'm measuring, comparing, calculating the exact distance between his life and mine. He's got the career I wanted, the body I keep saying I'll work toward, the relationship that looks effortless in every photo. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life, still living in the same apartment, still telling people I'm working on something, still refreshing his page to see what winning looks like. The worst part? He doesn't even know I exist anymore. We haven't spoken in years, but I've built an entire narrative around him. He's the measuring stick, the standard, the proof that I'm failing. I've memorized his captions, studied his comments, noticed the people who show up in his stories. I know his routines better than my own, and I hate it. I hate that I care this much. I hate that his wins feel like my losses. I hate that I'm supposed to be happy for him, and all I feel is less successful, less interesting, less worth celebrating. I started journaling about it, thought maybe writing it down would help. It didn't. It just gave me a written record of how often I think about this. Page after page of comparisons, things he has that I don't, things I should be doing, things I'm failing at. I read it back sometimes. It sounds insane, like I'm obsessed with someone who forgot I existed. But I can't stop, because if I stop watching him, then what? Then I have to look at myself, and that's worse. Then something shifts, not all at once, just a crack. I'm scrolling one night, same routine, and I see a photo of him at some event. Big smile, expensive suit, important people. And for the first time, I don't feel the usual sting. I feel tired. Tired of this loop. Tired of measuring my worth against his highlight reel. Tired of letting someone who doesn't think about me control how I think about myself. And I realize something. I don't actually know him anymore. I know his photos, his captions, his carefully curated version of success. But I don't know what he's afraid of. What keeps him up at night? What he's running from? I've been comparing my entire messy reality to his 10-second clips and calling it fair. I start asking different questions. Not, why isn't my life like his, but why do I need it to be? What am I actually chasing here? His life, or just the feeling that I'm enough? Because those are two very different things, and I've been mixing them up for years. I think about the version of me that started this, the one that opened his profile that first time. I wasn't looking for inspiration. I was looking for permission. Permission to feel bad about myself. Permission to believe I was behind. Permission to avoid my own life by obsessing over his. And I gave it to myself every single day. So I try something. I don't unfollow him. I don't block him. I just stop checking. Not forever. Just today. Then tomorrow. Then the day after that. And something strange happens. The space he occupied in my head starts to clear. And in that space, I hear a different voice. Not his. Not the one that says I'm failing. But one that asks, what do you actually want? Not what looks good. Not what would make people impressed. What do you want when no one's looking? I don't have a good answer yet, but I'm starting to realize that's okay. Because for the first time in years, I'm asking my own questions,
not measuring myself against someone else's answers. I saw him post again last week, same polished perfection, and I felt nothing. Not bitterness, not envy, just recognition. That's his life. This is mine. They're not the same. They were never supposed to be. I still don't have it all figured out. I still compare sometimes. Old habits don't disappear overnight. But now when I catch myself doing it, I notice. I see the pattern. I see the voice that's speaking, and I can choose whether to listen. Here's what I didn't see when I was staring at his life. I wasn't looking at him. I was looking away from me. Every scroll was a distraction. Every comparison was an excuse. Every time I focused on his wins, I avoided my own work. And that's the part that hurts the most. Not that he's successful, but that I used his success as a reason not to try. I'm not telling you to delete social media, or stop following people, or pretend comparison doesn't happen. It does. It will. But maybe the question isn't, why am I not like them? Maybe it's, what am I avoiding by focusing on them? I still think about him sometimes, wonder how he's doing, hope he's genuinely happy, but I don't need to know anymore. I don't need his life to make sense of mine, and I don't need his approval to start building something real. So here's what I'm sitting with now. Comparison isn't the enemy, distraction is, and I've been distracting myself for years. What are you distracting yourself from? What are you avoiding by watching someone else win? The voice in your head has an answer. You just have to stop scrolling long enough to hear it.